Hey, my Facebook friends, YouTube friends, I'm outside. It's dark, and I want it to be dark for a specific reason. Right now, we are in our dark times. I've been watching nothing but Facebook memes or videos constantly. The people beating up each other, blacks on blacks, whites on blacks, blacks on whites. Hispanics on blacks, blacks on Hispanics. It's just stupid videos constantly. The people yelling and beating the crap out of one another. One was a woman. I don't know what she did, McDonald's worker or whatever it was. I don't know if you guys seen that video. She started getting her butt whooped. I am so sick and tired of this world. But I can't do nothing about it because I can't change them, but I can change me. And like my favorite quote is, be the change that you want to be in the world. And that's why I am encouraged in you guys, is to be the change that you guys want to be. That's why I'm outside where you guys can hardly see, because we are acting. It's dark. This world is going dark. I don't like it. So I've been praying. And the only thing that's been getting me there is God Himself. Because we are living in times where there's more porn out there. I don't care what you say. If you think porn's good, great for you. That's not me. There's more drugs out there. There's more child molesters out there. You can't just it's sad that your 13, 14, 12, 10-year-old kid can't walk across the street without being lured. I feel like we as parents have to do more, educate ourselves more on what our kids are doing on the internet, what our kids are doing at home. I have it to where my son is on my account, so whenever he's on YouTube, I'm constantly watching what he watches on YouTube, if he talks to anybody on Roblox, or what it is that he is doing. There is a reason why I have it like that, because I tell him and I talk to him and I show him pictures, like the family that just lost a young girl, all because she got curious, I guess. She said that she was talking to the guy 2 days prior, and that there's text messages and prior that they have been talking, and that's how it starts. Is to lure your kids in, and we have to educate our children. We can trust our children, but we can't trust anybody else. And we have to know and trust our children to teach them the difference and safety. Of course, we got to pray for them, and we got to pray, that God gives them that wisdom and that brain, that serenity to know the difference between the two. And right now, in today's society, everything is crazy. Everything is just going out of whack, because COVID is not the one that's killing us. We're killing ourselves. We are acting like crazy ass humans, going around. Every video I see on Facebook, it's like all I get is like an angrier. Like, I quit looking at my friends' posts, even my son's dad's post, because all they post is about another video of another person getting their butt whooped. This person got their butt whooped. This person got their butt whooped. This person got their butt whooped. And it's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm tired of seeing stupid. And it's like, we're not stupid people. We're better than that. So I'm going to leave you with a little saying, be the change that you want to be in the world. I hope this video doesn't creep you guys out because it's so dark. I want to keep it dark like that, because that's my whole point, is we're living in a dark place right now. We all need to get together, take time to pray and serenity. So who's with me? Because I hope sooner or later all this chaos ends between all lives do matter, and black lives do matter. They matter just as much. There is racism out there, and there's always going to be that. We have to acknowledge that there is racism. It's not just with blacks. It's been there with anybody. Whites can be against. I've seen it against my own son's dad, oh, he can't work here. He's white. You have to be Mexican. I've heard that. I was shocked when I heard it, believe me. I was like, what the hell? Because I went with him one time to apply for a job because they were needing a mechanic to help with mechanical stuff out in the fields, like for I think it was for watermelon. And he went and applied, and the guy literally said in front of his face, "You're not Mexican. Sorry, I can't hire you because you're too tall. You're too white and you're too tall." And this is my question: is a lot of people get angry and frustrated about that, and they say that Americans they're taking the un-Americans are taking our jobs, and that's not the case. See, this is the thing. America was also founded on corruption, and here's why. Back in the day when my grandfather was alive, in the Trasero program, which is the Bracero program, which was late 50s, 60s, where they brought a whole bunch of Hispanics to come work because everybody was at war. So they allowed him to come and work. My grandfather worked in Montana. Not once did he get paid, not a penny. They only fed him food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and gave him a place to stay, but he did work for free. He never got paid, so he had, mind you, already 11 children. I don't know how many children he had at that time, but I do know that he did have at least more than 5. And I remember him saying, "I can't do that to your grandmother. I can't keep working over here for free and then leaving her to starve over there while they just feed me over here." He goes, "It wasn't right and it wasn't fair, so I fled." And then you have all these different companies that are willing to hire somebody who's like me for, say, I don't have papers, I don't speak English, but I'm willing to work for $1, a penny, a quarter, whatever it is. You know why they're willing to hire them? Because they got no rights. They don't got to pay taxes. They don't have to pay workers' comp. Look at that. Did I just say they don't have to pay taxes? And yet you guys are complaining that a bunch of Mexicans don't pay taxes, but these people don't have to pay taxes? Oh, makes no difference. That's another thing. You have to understand, they are willing to use them more than a regular American, because if you're an American, you got rights. You got workers' comp. You got a fair wage that you got to get paid, which is minimum wage. You got health benefits you deserve and you need to get. These people don't get any of that, okay? So if they get hurt, they get hurt, and there's nothing they can do. And a lot of them, that's why the union became so popular with Julio Cesar Chavez, which he did an amazing job with his union, and he did fight for injustice for his people. He was just as amazing as Martin Luther King was for the black community. But I will tell you this, that's never going to stop an American company hiring somebody that doesn't belong here. Why? Because they make them richer. It's all about the money, the greed. See, they get a tax cut. Why is that they get a tax cut? You can look it up for yourself. It's true. They get a tax cut. Like, I debated this in my college class because that was one of my debates we had to do in our it was communication class, and we had to pull out something, and mine happened to be political, and I pulled out the little thing, and it says, "You get to debate on political awareness of immigration." And that was one of the topics that I talked about, and I showed a video of this lady. She owns a landscaping business in New York, a landscaping business. Now, it was on the news, so I was able to show the video. She said it. I didn't say it. This were her words. Quote, this is her words. She says, "The reason why I hire a Mexican or somebody who's Hispanic," she said, "because they work better, they work harder, they shut up, and they do their job without complaining about how much they make. And I don't got to pay all these medical wages on them." Those came out of her mouth. As soon as she said it, I just turned off the TV and said, "Thank you. You all have a great day." She didn't have to pay taxes on them. So her company didn't have to pay not 1 cent, not one thing of taxes. And that's my point. You guys want to judge a book by its cover, and this is why I'm coming on here saying that, because not every person who is Hispanic descent, because not all of them are Mexican, okay? Just because they look Hispanic doesn't mean they're Mexicans. There's Puerto Ricans, there are Salvadoreños, they are Guatemaltecos, they are, people from Nicaragua, all these beautiful places, Venezuela, El Salvador. They're beautiful, beautiful countries that live in poverty, and their countries are so far from. And we, the companies that sometimes we help, are the ones that lure them, saying, "Yeah, come on, I'll give you a job. I'll help you get the American dream," while they sit in their big butts making those. How do you think they become richer all the time? And this is why I tell people, if you're gonna get mad about them saying that they don't pay their taxes, well, then you should get mad about these big corporations that don't pay taxes at all and get this nice big tax breaks. Well, these people work day and out, and they have to pay taxes because they got to get a check. And in their check, they can't just get cash, because they'll find out that they're getting paid under, and they'll go down, because they can't be a company with not showing any revenue of what it is. So they have to figure out a way to pay them, and they do pay them with checks. So this I know, because I know somebody, one of my best friends, who is still without papers because of COVID-19. She's been struggling. She's filed for years, since we were in high school. She's filed way before my parents filed for me, and I got my citizen status way before her. I became a citizen because my dad became a citizen, and he made me a U.S. citizen. But that took a long time, and I had no papers until the age of 14. So I understand where people are coming from. I understand the fear that people get. Oh my God, I'm going to get deported. And I get when people say, oh, and I also understand how people say, well, they want to live here, they should speak English. I totally agree with you on that they should learn the language and learn to respect the laws. I 100% agree. It's just like me. If I wanted to go live in Italy, and I want to go live in Italy, I gotta learn to speak their language and respect their laws and learn about their culture. Why? Because I want to live there. What would be the point of me living there and not learning their language and not respecting the rules? All I'm gonna do is get myself in trouble. Or probably murdered. Or probably not even get nowhere, because I will not understand not a lick of what they were saying. So that's my point too. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Comment below if you guys disagree or disagree. This is just because one of my friends said something to me the other day, and I'm like, really? Is that what you're going to talk to me about? All this that's going on. And so this is why I need to get it out and pray. Good night, guys.